St. George City FA are at home this season for the first time, and they welcome Sydney FC. It's a battle between an emerging dark horse in the New South Wales NPL against one of Australian football's talent factories. The sun is beginning to set on a beautiful day here in Penshurst, which is a welcome change for the home team, who had to play a game spread across 2 different nights and 2 different stadiums because of bad weather. Thankfully, we don't have that issue tonight. Sydney FC, their first 2 games of the season were a sign of things to come. Very entertaining in their defeat against Spirit on the opening day. And then they showed us what they were capable of last week against Sydney United. Let's run through the teams very quickly. St. George City, the home team, looking for their first win. They make 1 change, and it's a change that these home fans will be excited to see because it is the first start for their new signing, Gonzalo Arguelos. I'll run through these teams very quickly. In goals, Jack Kenny. Number 3, Kayo Digadoy. Number 4 is Solomon Monahan Valleca. Number 8 is Dom Cox. Number 9 is another one of those visa signings, Mark McNulty. Number 11 is Fumoto Kamada. Number 15, the ex-Newcastle Jet, Nathan Grimaldi. Number 18 is that man I was mentioning before in his first start for St. George City, Gonzalo Arguelos. Number 23 is another new signing over from Apia, Dakota Askew. 25 is Brody Clarkson, and number 33 is Luis Curry. The bench, Matt Warby, Nathan Roberts, who drops to the bench to make way for Arguelos. Number 10 is Paulo Mitri. Number 13 is Cameron Kemp. Number 17 is Noah Ovens. And number 19 is Jesse Foti. Three changes to the Sydney FC team. Mateus McAllister made his debut for the first team in Bangkok. Wataru Kamijo came off the bench as well. Both of those players and Joe Lacey, who is an unused substitute, are not in the team today, understandably, because the first team is over in Perth. They'll be playing later tonight. So 3 changes for the away team. Number 1 is Jacob Kremen-Cowan. Number 2 is Noah Matthew. 4 is Jacob Pelusic. Number 5 is Corey Cronin. Number 6 is Tyler Williams. Number 10 is Tay Headley. Number 14 is Jared Middleton. And Sydney FC will get us underway, going from left to right in their very slick all-white kits. St. George wearing their traditional red and white. Tim Danaskos is the referee. Continue rolling through that team. The captain is Alan Harbus. He's in number 25. Dylan Rose in 26. Lockie Middleton in 27. For Sydney FC, very easily, as they make a nice move down the left-hand side. Could have been 2 wins from 2 to open up the season. They were a goal down in their opening game against Spirit. Clawed it back, made it 2-1. Ultimately ended up going down 3-2, which, if Spirit's following result is anything to go by, that is a very good showing. Of course, Spirit put the league on notice with their demolition of Blacktown. For St. George City, is a ball whipped in. It goes over the head of everyone. And Jack Kenny, who was in the team of the week in week 1, nothing he could do as his team went down 3-0 to Wollongong, as I mentioned before, in a very strange game. It was 1-0 after 30 minutes. Game got postponed. They were playing at Wynn Stadium, so they had to change fields for that one as well. Different night, different field, which is an interesting one, thankfully. Artificial grass, beautiful day here in Sydney. Don't have to worry about that as a cross goes in looking for Kamada at the back post, but it sails over Kremen-Gowan's goal. There's something about the home team, though, in those postponed crazy weather games. I remember calling a game back in 2023 against Western Sydney where a similar thing happened. Thunder stopped the game and it had to be replayed as they go looking for their captain, Harbus, who did score in round 1. Fortunately, Sydney FC, it's these academy teams, the plus of watching them is they're super entertaining. And you're watching the next superstars. It's a pathway to the A-League. Players like Jaden Kucharski, of course, best player in this competition a few seasons ago, just to name a few. It's always good fun watching any of the academy teams in the New South Wales NPL, Wanderers, Sydney, Mariners. But the problem is that, of course, their goal is a little bit different to a team like St. George City. Their goal is to supplement the A-League men's team. And you're seeing that firsthand tonight. As I mentioned, the 3 players who are on the bench in Bangkok. 3 key players for this NPL team. Of course, not only had to deal with the jet lag, but then they make a trip that could be an international flight going from Sydney to Perth. Distance-wise anyway. So, chance for some more youngsters to make a name for themselves now, and it's been a positive start from the away team. And the ball there was Nathan Grimaldi. You want to talk about some great signings. St. George City, since coming up to the NPL in 2023, make them every single season. He's no different. Spent some time at Sutherland, earned himself a move to the Newcastle Jets. As Chancey on the edge of the box for Sydney FC, but it trickles out for a goal kick. Dakota Askew, another great signing. But all eyes on the 2 visa players today. Mark McNulty got off the mark in week 1 from the penalty spot. And Gonzalo Agrelos came over from Portugal, spent some time playing in Slovenia as well, and they've been easing him into this game. First game he came off the bench, played about 15 minutes. Second game, played a little bit over 40. Now he gets the start as Kenny with an absolute rocket of a goal kick gets us back underway. And of course, St. George City had to dip in and make some transfers, losing the Petrados brothers, who have been so pivotal for them since coming up. And what a crazy story. Nice feet and a lovely step over there from Harvest. This time they go long looking for Ryu there, who tries to get around Di Godoy. That is a battle of youth and experience there. Lewis Curry tries to dance free and releases Kamada, who's in plenty of space. Can he find the cross? He has plenty of time. He dinks it into the back post. It goes over everyone. It's still there for the home team. Can they whip one back in? No, they get the next best result. No, it seemed. Last touch, though, was off St. George City, and it's a Sydney FC goal kick. Home team, a club founded in 2016. Started from the bottom tier, made it all the way to the top in 2023, and have made back-to-back 6th place finishes as well. So, great story and a testament to this team and so the money and time that they've invested. Great signings, and the foundations have been set. They had their first taste of finals football last year, going down to Blacktown. I'm sure a great experience for this football club, who, as I said, now are in season number 3 in the top flight in their history, and looking for win number 1 in game number 3. Di Godoy made the move over from the other St. George FC. Ball looking for Kamada there. It's always dangerous. Down that left-hand side, got plenty of pace. Here he is showing off his lovely feet as well. He was looking for Lewis Curry, another ex-Sutherland Shark. He makes the short trip over to Penshurst now. There's a couple ex-Sutherland players here. It looked like the home team had won a free kick. Danaskos waves it on. Good tackle there from Di Godoy and Noah Matthew. 7.5 minutes gone. An energetic start to this game without a clear chance yet. Good arm wrestle so far. Harvest has been in the thick of it. Absolutely perfect. Oh, and a good tackle there. Little warning sign from Sydney FC. It was Headley in on goal there, and Harvest nearly unlocking that killer final pass. Players going shoulder to shoulder there. Curry looks up, tries to play McNulty. It might sit for him. Here is the new signing, Mark McNulty. Was he brought down illegally? No, says referee Tim Danaskos. Good tackle. And they look to go long. Nice assured interception. Bursting forward is Grimaldian. Tell you what, if he got free then, he would have had a side of goal. He's got to make the run back, though, as Harbus looks up. Tries to play the switch to the opposite side. It's a big tackle there from Dakota Askew, and it is a free kick. Askew, as I mentioned before, comes over from Apia. Plenty of experience, part of their title-winning team in 2023. And after losing a couple of key players, they've more than re-upped in the transfer market for 2025. St. George City looking to build, as I mentioned, on 2 sixth-place finishes. They're going to have to defend this free kick. A good early chance for the away team. He floated into the middle of the box. It took a St. George flick, which nearly was a fortuitous one for Sydney. They're still bouncing if they can bring it down. Williams, and that one is really easy pickings for Kenny. Shows off that cannon of a right peg once again, just skews that slightly. Sydney get us back underway. Sydney FC, despite having the juggling act of supplying, of course, and being the pathway to their A-League men's team, before last season had always been a disruptor in the New South Wales NPL, but last season they were flirting very precariously with relegation. They were in the relegation zone for large portions of the season. They ended up just avoiding it. They finished 14th. Just out of those promotion relegation playoff positions, which is 15th. And thankfully for a club as big as Sydney FC, avoiding relegation would be a must, and a chance for these players that to get key first team experience or playing against the cream of the crop in New South Wales. Nice measured start by the away team, but just as I say that, the ball's given away, and is he going to fall to McNulty's got Kamada bursting down the left-hand side, and he finds him. Kamada, nice little step over. Tries to get around the play and fizzes it across the goal, and it's free kick just outside the box there for St. George City. Kamada wreaking havoc once again. Nice opportunity is for St. George City. It's going to be Dakota Askew to take it. Askew to take the free kick. 11 minutes gone, chance for the home team in their first home game of the season to take the lead. Askew takes it. It's a good ball, and it got the attention of Jacob Kremen-Cowan, and it went over his head and goes out for a goal kick. It's going to be a battle down St. George's left-hand side. Kamada a couple times now. Him and Tyler Williams. Lewis Curry released him early, and his cross just couldn't find a red jersey, and that time winning a free kick in a dangerous position, but no clear goal-scoring chances yet for either team. Penshurst Park, if you live in Sydney and you ever get the chance, you have to come and watch an NPL game here. Some people got the best seat in the house. They just park their ute up on the side of the field that you guys are seeing on your camera and watch from the comfort of their car. It doesn't get much better than that. Particularly on a great summer's night like we're having in Sydney, as Bit of a nervy moment there, but... And then almost dispossessed. Yes, they are. Taking a little bit too much time on the ball there, St. George, and a chance for Sydney to counter, but it's a low cross. Straight into the arms of Jack Kenny there. He had Matthew at the back post, but was never going to get past the St. George keeper. Grimaldi on the ball now. What a pickup he is coming over from the Jets instantly. Makes him one of the best centre-backs in the competition, and what a signing it is for St. George, who's across looking for Curry, but it just floats over his head. Cox going against Mathian. The young Sydney player wins the ball there and shaking his head a little bit. He might have copped maybe a head or an elbow or something there accidentally. But he shakes it off, and both teams look good on the ball and look dangerous as well. Sydney FC nearly catching the home team napping a couple minutes ago. So far it remains goalless. Of course, 2 games going on tonight. One, which kicked off 15 minutes before this one, as Sydney FC win themselves a free kick. A grand final rematch between Rockdale and Marconi for our match of the round. So if you're multitasking, maybe you got this game on the phone, that game on the TV. If you are on the phone, go check out the socials as well. You know, Samantha Yerman's putting a clinic on, as she always does, as Cox picks up the ball and bursts forward. Finds Kamada once again. Plays it back to Cox. Floats across in, and it bounced straight into the hands of Kremen Cowan. Fourteen and a half minutes gone. It is goalless so far here at Penshurst. Beautiful night for football club for their first home game of the season. Was putting on a nice little event. All the juniors were here before, cheered on the home team, which is great to see, and a good turnout. The first home game of the season for St. George City. Great to have both St. George's in the top flight as well. A region that has produced so much in New South Wales, but also Australian football in general. So to have this derby, you got St. George FC, who are an old powerhouse in Australian football, produced so many Socceroos, and spent some time. They got relegated and they had some financial problems, but great to see them back where they belong in the top flight. And then you have this emerging contender in New South Wales, this new club, not even 10 years old, and already they've mixed it with the big boys in their first 2 and a bit seasons. Regularly picking up wins against some of the biggest clubs in New South Wales, playing finals football last year. Nice feet from Cox. Gets around Lachlan Middleton. Is it out wide to Askew? Dakota Askew. Can the ex-Apia man do? One of the trendiest men in New South Wales. Judging by his Instagram stories. Always dressing very sharp. Kamada. Kamada showing off that pace. Gets it onto his left foot. Floats it to the back post. It falls down for Askew and cleared before it could test Kremen Cowan. Arbus does well to hold it up. He may have won his team a free kick. Oh, he's getting harassed by 3 St. George players. Curry ends up winning it. Kamada tried to show off those slick feet once again, but good tackle from Williams, and there's Kamada though winning it back. Nice spell from St. George. Cox. Sydney just try and hit it to safety, but it falls to Grimaldi, and he has his jersey pulled. Curry's been good in the first 15 minutes. So is this man. Monahan Vayeka goes long looking for McNulty. Just had a little bit too much on it. It might still sit up. Sydney FC want the offside flag. They don't get it. Plays it back for Kamada. Floats it to the back post, but only white jerseys there, and they head it away. Monahan Vayeka. Really good spell from St. George. Just turning the screws on Sydney FC. Curry. Clarkson. Monahan Valleca bursting forward. Look at this run. And the centre back tries to float the cross in as well, and Middleton heads it away. Still there for St. George City. Acrobatic. Maybe a little bit slightly dangerous there from Cox, but it was legal. Clarkson plays Curry, dropping deep. Looking for Kamada. That's been his favourite outlet so far. Lovely feet from Kamada. Wanted the 1-2 and he gets it. Cross in and it's headed out for a corner by Kalusic. Great passage of play from St. George City. And they get themselves a corner. Best spell of the game probably for either team there. That little passage of play. Lovely football, just switching it from left to right. The focal point so far has been down their left-hand side. Kamada looking very dangerous. A chance from a corner. It's low and the near post. Chance for the home team to send it back in. And they do. Get it away to safety by Harbours. Kamada. Curry. An even first 14 or 15 minutes. It's been all St. George City the last 5 minutes. Still, though, haven't created that clear-cut chance. Neither team has. Cox been getting better and better as this game goes on. Finds Curry. Has a shot! And what a goal by Lewis Curry! An absolute thunderbolt. And there was nothing Kremen Cowan in the Sydney FC goal could do about that. 1-0 St. George City. They get the reward for a beautiful 5 minutes of play, and it is a thunderbolt from Lewis Curry. St. George City lead Sydney FC by 1-0. What a goal. Lewis Curry has been dangerous every time he's touched the ball, and his outlet has been playing it to Kamada down that left-hand side. This time he just looks up and absolutely drills that one into the top quarter. Kremen Cowan was fully stretched. It may have even nicked the crossbar on the way in or the post. Have to check the replay. You guys at home will have the benefit of that, but it is 1-0 to the home team. 20 minutes gone. Let's see how Sydney FC respond. Might respond straight away here. His feet there. Does fall for them. They whip the cross back in, and Kenny a full stretch. It was a nice header. Offside anyway. Good response from Sydney FC, and it was a very entertaining opening 19 minutes without a clear-cut chance, and then Lewis Curry with a goal that I'm sure will be making the highlight reels and the social clips. Lewis Curry had a great story. He was Man City and Blackburn Rovers youth player. Spent some time also at Sutherland here in New South Wales, and now calls St. George City home. And what a way to score your first goal for your new club at home. Here he is again. And Kamada plays it back to Curry. Urged to shoot by the crowd. Why wouldn't they? This is lovely football, and there's a key block there. FC get a relieving throw there. Dom Cox really starting to make his presence known in midfield, starting to dominate. Digadoy. Let's see how Sydney FC respond. Of course, they went a goal down in their opening game. Goals have been a feature in their opening 2 rounds, so I don't like to make predictions, but I have a feeling we might see 1 or 2 more. Of course, Sydney making 3 changes because of 3 key players having A-League men's duties in Perth, and of course making the trip midweek to Bangkok. team made a good start, but it's been all St. George City the last 10 minutes or so. In large part thanks to this man, McNulty. It's it in. It's 2-0. Beautiful football from St. George City once again. And after scoring only a couple minutes ago, they go bang, bang. And Sydney FC are stunned. Relentless, beautiful attacking football. And Mark McNulty, brought over to score goals, is the provider there. And St. George City leads Sydney FC by 2-0. Lovely football. No surprise that it started down that left-hand side. Kamada. Absolutely no surprise there to see Kamada, whose footprints have been all over this game, finds McNulty, and then it's one new signing to another. Gonzalo Agrelos, in his first start for his new club, heads it in, and that is beautiful football from the home team. Sydney FC, they made a good start. They're going to need a response now. Offside flag stays down momentarily. Matthew there going up against Digadoy. In all St. George City. The night got started by that man, Curry, who wins the free kick right on halfway. Great to see. Good turnout here. You guys don't see it because a lot of the fans are parked up on the same side as our camera, but crowd of all ages here. Lots of young St. George players. Nice little celebration. The first home game of the season. They'd be loving what they're seeing, particularly two new signings getting on the score sheet. Gonzalo Agrelos came over from Portugal. He's the big visa signing with Mark McNulty, and they both linked up the two visa players. And St. George City look like St. George City that we've gotten used to watching in the New South Wales NPL. Tough opening couple of games. They open up and lead Rockdale by 2-0. They end up getting clawed back, which I'm sure probably for their manager, Annie Spanadakis, that would have felt like a loss. And then that weird rain-affected game against Wollongong, in Wollongong, always tough. Here's Harbus. Can the away team find a way back into this game? A bit of space down the left-hand side to find the cross. It nearly falls, and the flag went up anyway. That would have been the response. 20 minutes to go here in the first half. I mentioned that Sydney FC's team are very disrupted. I'm sure we'll see at some stage Marin France, who's on the bench today. Another exciting youngster. In this Sydney FC team, but manager Jimmy Van Wieren and his team are up against it at the moment. 2-0 down. It's a St. George team. I know we're actually 10% into the season, game 3 out of 30, but the manner in which those first two games went down, of course, drawing after leading 2-0 and losing 3-0 midweek, they would have wanted a response like this. FC now just enjoying a sort of spell on the ball, probably taking the fizz out of the game a little bit because it was a relentless 10 or 12 minute spell from St. George City, which saw them take a 2-goal lead. So far, so good for the home team, though. Cox, nice feet under pressure. Given away, though. Cox is there, as always, to win it back, but that time he did it legally, says our referee, Tim Danaskos, and a set piece here, chance for Sydney FC to get back into the game. Of course, We've seen St. George City let a 2-goal lead slip already this season. This will be a big arso for Sydney FC, particularly with a few players missing. Mateus McAllister scored in back-to-back games. He's A-League men, his first team debut midweek. Congratulations to him. And the FC need to find goals from somewhere. Can they find it from the free kick? Fell to Harbours. He had a little bit more time than what he thought, and he tried an acrobatic spin and sent that one over the top for a goal kick. Kenny gets us back underway. Yeah, and that St. George backline would love a clean sheet today. Kenny was fantastic in week 1. Despite conceding 2 goals, he earned himself a spot in the team of the week. And it's a very stacked, experienced back four for St. George City. It's a theme of their entire team. And it's been why they've managed to get promoted and then straight away launch themselves into a team that competes for finals football. A little bit of discussion going on here. And a very easy game for Tim Danaskos to referee so far. The KPI of a good referee performance is when you don't remember them doing anything. And so far it's been one of those opening 30 minutes for Danaskos. A little bit of frustration might be starting to creep into Sydney FC. Themselves 2-goal down, so good in the opening 2 games. But you've seen this happen to both teams, of course. Both Sydney and Western Sydney is that they'll have passages where they're absolutely flying and then players get called up to the A-League men's team and that's just how it goes. These academy teams, of course, their goals are different to other teams like St. George City. Good header there from Kalusic. Had to be because McNulty was breathing down his neck. One thing is for sure, though, is that when you get to watch teams like Sydney FC or Wanderers in this competition, you are watching future stars of Australian football. Of course, last season, Western Sydney were our runaway leaders, and then players went on an enforced break because they were a part of the men's team, and other players left and were called up, and they ended up drifting down the table. But them and their Eastern Sydney rivals are always very entertaining to watch, and that was an entertaining attempt. Yeah, just clipped the hand, and Dylan Rose thought he came off his shoulder, but Naskos had a better view than me, and he said it came off the arm. Maldi gets us back on the way. To go long, but that one has too much on it and it'll trickle out for a goal kick. Cowan gets us back underway, short. Gives me a chance to go around the grounds. 1-1 in the grand final rematch. A match of the round between Rockdale and Marconi. 2-0 here. Harbours, he's been very good. Looking to get his team back in the game. Finds Matthew. This is nice football from Sydney FC. A little bit of space down the right-hand side. Evading the sliding tackle and forcing a good save from Kenny. That was a nice counter-attack there from Sydney FC. Beautiful passage of play. Switching it from right to left. Started from their captain, Alan Harbours. FC, you know, no matter what, these youngsters will go down playing attacking football, but they've got a chance to get one back here. From a corner. Floated in, and Kenny does well there to swallow that one up, and a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. 2 seconds burnt off the clock as well. 6-second rule, I think, is extinct. We can all admit that now. Grimaldi. Looking to go long. Was taken late and eventually is called back for a free kick. Nathan Grimaldi, what a signing. To have a youngster, not only has NPL experience, but also come over after a stint with the Newcastle Jets, playing A-League men's football, gaining valuable experience and reassuring this back line as they look to continue their push towards another season of finals football and maybe going for it all in season 2025. They certainly have the players to do that. And they're 2 goals up here. Cox. Everything good so far has come through this man, Kamada. Good tackle though. St. George been relentless in midfield. Winning everything, it seems like, the last 20 minutes. Bigodoy just sends that one into the sky. Agrelos does well. He'll have an extra spring in his step. Getting his first goal for the club and leaving free kick there. Harbus has been probably Sydney FC's best in the opening 34 minutes or so, and he's won his team a free kick. Despite this game getting maybe a little bit testy, and Ascos just reminding everyone who's boss. We get back underway. Ball's gone out for a throw. Hard part of the pitch to see that one. Ten minutes to go in the first half. And George City, after a even opening 15 minutes, beautiful just 10 minutes of pure dominance. Great attacking football saw them score 2 quick goals. One was an absolute thunderbolt by Lewis Curry. Yeah. Maybe at halftime, I recommend you scrub back on our YouTube and watch that one again. It was a beauty. And then Gonzalo Agrelos, in his first start, set up by Mark McNulty. It was just sent away and over the fence, and that luckily dodged someone's car. George lead by 2-0, but of course they led by this margin in the opening round and were clawed back. Sydney FC can grab a goal before half-time. They might be shades of that, but not at the moment because it's Kamada. Plays McNulty. Tries to get it onto his right foot, he can't, but it falls to Curry. Anything he touches turns to gold in this first half. Laid out wide to Askew. Floats it in looking for McNulty. Brings it down with his chest. It falls for Kamada. Plays the ex-Blackburn Rover and Man City youth player Curry. And City happy to just recycle the ball through their back line and continue applying the pressure. It's given away there though. Chance for Sydney FC to break, but falls to McNulty, who does well. No rush to take this one. And he sends that one. His opposite number in between the Sydney FC sticks. Nothing. I don't think he could have done about either of those goals. He may have got fingertips to the first one, but that was an absolute screamer. Headley Lovely ball, dinked. Oh, and it was a chance there for Sydney FC, maybe, to take the touch and have a shot at goal. It was Ryu who let it run across his body, and he took the shot at goal there with his left foot, and it fell straight into the arms of Kenny, and Sydney FC's best chance of the game. Lovely ball there from Headley, Sydney FC's number 10. That was a magical ball, and Sydney FC have to defend this now if it can sit up. It goes out for a throw. FC have looked good in patches in this game. Created too many clear-cut chances, and Harbus has tried his best. In the opening 40 minutes, Clarkson thought he won a free kick, and our referee agrees. 5 minutes to go in the first half, and a free kick here. For the home team, who lead by 2-0. 1 point in the opening 2 games for St. George City, and Sydney FC picked up their first win of the season last week. That's for St. George City to put an exclamation point on this first half. Nice feet there by Cronin. Try and find a way back into this game, but this has also been a theme of the first half. Every time a Sydney FC player turns or looks up, 2 or 3 red jerseys there to shut them down. Five minutes to go here. You're watching us on the Football New South Wales YouTube. Of course, you can catch every single round, all 30 plus 3 weeks of finals, live and free. The best NPL, in my opinion, the New South Wales NPL. No disrespect to the other states, but New South Wales is truly the best. Nice flag goes up though. It was a nice pass, but just mistimed slightly the run there. I was speaking about the best, St. George City. Back-to-back 6th place finishes in their opening 2 seasons in the top flight. And if they want to go to the next level, I feel like they need to be winning games like this where they lead by 2-0, particularly against the depleted Sydney FC team like we're seeing tonight. But there's still so much football to be played season 2025, and the third attempt, the home team are in cruise control. Sydney FC won't go down without a fight. Of course, this Sydney FC team has provided a pathway to the A-League for quite a number of stars, even for players that aren't playing for Sydney FC. Ben Gibson was a Sydney FC youth player before joining Apia. Now scoring goals for Newcastle. Of course, Jaden Kaczarski, and the list goes on and on. Players that aren't playing for Sydney FC. Players that have moved overseas. Adrian Segicic, of course, back in the A-League. Once graced and terrorised the fields of the New South Wales NPL. The home team in control. Lead by 2-0. Can they get a killer third right before half-time? Kururi, lovely back heel. Key interception there. Heavy tackle, and it was a free kick given away, which lets the away team off the hook. The minutes trickle down here. 2.5 to go. George making one change coming into this game. So far, it's a masterstroke by their manager, Manny Spanadakos. Does that change? Gonzalo Agrelos scoring the second goal. They've been loving what they're seeing from Mark McNulty as well. Great provider. Clarkson's been busy. Jimmy Van Meeren's going to need a big halftime team talk and maybe look at the bench. Heavy challenge and the first yellow card of the game dished out with Danaskos to Dom Cox. Going to have to play second half and the last 90 seconds here on a booking. Always the ex-Arcoa man plays at 110%, whether it's on the ball or off it. That time earning himself a place. Tim Danaskos' book and giving Sydney FC free kick here. About 90 seconds to go. Headed away by St. George and Kamada. And shoulder to shoulder with Lucic there. Oh, and that one hits Danaskos. Cox. Danaskos have gotten to know each other pretty well the last few minutes. Time a pass hit the heels of our referee. Can't imagine that would be a fun moment for the ref, having to stop play. Probably be pretty embarrassing as well. The play gets back underway. Clarkson. Nice ball there, looking for Grelos and a goal that would have been a goal of the year. Shut the book right there if that one had gone in. We've already seen a goal of the year contender, but that would have been next level. Thankfully for Sydney FC's goalkeeper, that one nearly went out for a throw-in. .45 minutes is up. Not long to go in the first half here. After a pretty evening start to this one, we've got 2 minutes of added time. It's been all St. George City. They lead by 2-0. Back pass there, nearly under hit. D. Godoy, who's been assured, just sends that one up. Looking for his on-fire front line. Particularly Lewis Curry. And that man who's as dangerous as ever. Good tackle. Lockie Middleton there, of course. Twin brother of Jared Middleton. Also in the team for Sydney FC today. Excellent gene pool there, the Middleton brothers. And Danaskos calls it back. Still plenty of football to be played, but Sydney FC are going to need something special there. Without the big number 9, Mateus McAllister, scored in back-to-back games. And Wataru Kamijo as well. And no Joe Lacey, who also scored last week. Plenty of firepower missing. It's up to these players here to try and save something and continue this positive start to the season, looking to steer well clear of another relegation battle like they were in last season. Sydney FC could be the last chance of the half, and Jack Kenny does well to get up there, and he might have copped a little bit of afters. And that is that for the first half here at Penshurst Park. After an even opening to this game, is all the home team, thanks to an absolute thunderbolt from Lewis Curry. The home team made it 2-0 shortly after and have dominated since. They are 45 minutes away from their first win in season 2025. Sydney FC are to rescue something from this game. They are going to need something special. But of course, St. George City did let a 2-goal lead slip in round one. They'll be looking to put the demons of that well and truly behind them and secure 3 points for the first time in season 2025. We'll see you on the other side of this halftime break. Welcome back to the second half. St. George City get us back underway. They're going from left to right. After an even opening 15 minutes with all the home team, 2 quick goals has seen them pull clear. And I tell you what, the ground staff here did a very good job getting everyone off the field. There's probably 100 kids on the field at halftime. They all dispersed. They had the summer of 69 blaring. In the summer of 25, St. George City 45 minutes away from their first win of the season. Here they go. They could have made the perfect start to the second half. And I can speak to anyone in NPL circles, they would have penciled in St. George City in those finals places in their season predictions. Maybe even taking the next step. Last season they went out in the first week of the finals in their first taste of finals football. Who knows? Maybe going even better. Of course, this is now the second season where finals are back. New South Wales NPL after we had first past the post in 2023, which St. George City player knows very well, Dakota Askew. Lovely feet there from Grimaldi. Not only is he rock solid defensively, he's also very calm and assured on the ball. And he was exactly that in the first half. Despite a couple maybe half chances, a couple long balls over the top. One nice passage of play from Headley which fell to Ryu. There hasn't been much in terms of goal scoring chances from the away team. They're going to need something special there to get back in the game. Nice switch for Cronin. This Manly player there unable to find a teammate. On the hand Vayeka. Curry looking fantastic. Scored a sensational goal which got the night started, and Gadelos tried to do the exact same. Walking away, falls to Curry once again. Rose does well. Finds Cox, who is on a yellow card. Typical Dom Cox performance in that first half. He was everywhere, commanding the midfield. Here's Curry. Looking to find someone at the back post, but it goes over. The signings that they've made this 2025 season, I have a feeling that St. George City are going to be a contender in New South Wales. So many good teams this season. It's a bit of a cliche, but it feels like the most wide open competition that we've had in recent memory. Of course, last season, minor premiers Rockdale were gunned down in the final by Marconi. That just shows you how wide open competition is in 2025. Looking for a way back into this game. Of course, look to their bench. They have Marin France there. And the youngsters, super. Of course, this academy team, they're always young, but particularly with this squad stretched, players away at Perth, backing up midweek from game in Bangkok. Wild week of travel for Sydney FC. And this team unfortunately stretched to the absolute max and looking for a way back into this game. Last season, Sydney FC pulled it together late after being shackled to the bottom of the table for a majority of the season. They managed to pull clear, and I'm hoping that relegation isn't even a thought this season. Of course, in seasons previous to last season, they finished mid-table, pushing towards the top half of the table as well. There's such a large turnover of players moving elsewhere and being promoted to the first team, the A-League men's team. It's natural you're going to see a little bit of a drop-off. Thankfully, still in top flight and find themselves with a mountain to climb here. Tackle waved on. Dakota Askew. Plenty of room for him. Here's a Grelos. But he has his first goal of the season. He was looking for a second there, but key block for Sydney FC. Can they get something going? Not this time, given away, and it was a key interception. Otherwise, St. George were in. Kamada, dangerous as always. Down that left-hand side, showing off his blistering pace in the opening half and challenging whoever Sydney FC have put out at right back. Here they are, though. Chance to get back into the game. Cronen's cross headed away by St. George. We'll go out for a throw. Sydney FC a large share of the ball in this opening to the second half, just like they did in the first, to be honest, and then St. George turned it on, and when they did, they pulled clear. And love a third goal. You have a feeling that a third could be game, set, and match. George with the throw. A nice area here. They'll be happy to be back home. Tough start to the season, having to go back-to-back away games. Yes. Rockdale and Wollongong. It doesn't get much tougher than that, as we have an offside flag and let off for Sydney FC, but nice welcome return home, and opening 52 and a bit minutes. Been a happy homecoming. Wollongong, one of the winners in their second game. St. George 3-0. They drew earlier today 0-0 at Sydney Olympic. Haven't seen too many 0-0 draws this season. Thankfully, is for a second there, it looked like it might fall for Ryu, but Kenny hasn't had too much to do. He's got good save from a header, and it was Ryu's chance earlier as well that forced him to get busy, but he had too much to do, and he would love the first clean sheet of the season. Spoken about the signings that St. George City have made, and they had to. Big departures. But the feature of this team is they've seen great players go. Pedro Ferrari, Daniel Alessi, the Chardos brothers, but they've always managed to replace them, and it's why they've become one of the consistent teams in New South Wales. Season number 3 of top flight NPL football for them, and FC Cox. Nice tackle. Curry has been everywhere. Finds Kamada. Can he find the cross? Attempted clearance only as far as Curry. Goes to Askew now. Agrelos. Sitting onto his left foot. Looking for a bit of room. Still with Agrelos. There's the bit of space out to the left. Kamada. Trying to make something happen down the left-hand side, but the cross. And straight to the feet of Kremen Cowan. Cowan, the Sydney FC goalkeeper, another ex-Sutherland Shark, very well represented, and Sharks look like they're getting back to where they belong after a couple of rough seasons. They're new owners, big investment in the club, and looks like it's exciting times further down the road. Of course, Sutherland not too far from here, and Aaron Pass goes out for a throw. Give Mead a quick chance to multitask and go around the grounds. Of course, we've got a grand final rematch going on. Also not too far down the road at Rockdale. And that score is still 1-1 there. Halfway through the second half. Marconi took the lead. We've been told Franco Meyer, and then who else? Alik Urushevsky drew the home team level in that grand final rematch. I'm sure they got a good turnout there. About 15 minutes down the road at Rockdale. It's a beautiful night for football here. We've got a good turnout here, and they'll be loving what they're seeing from the home team. Almost an hour gone, a bit more of a subdued start to this second half. It's a good end-to-end start to the first half, and St. George City won't mind that one bit. And Spanadakis also has plenty of experience on his bench when and if he decides to go to it. It's Nathan Roberts. It's the only change for Gonzalo Agrelos. He managed to score the second. Again, Curry floats it into the back post. Two St. George players there, but the NFC managed to head it away. Only as far as a red jersey, though. Yeah, around the grounds, 1-1 in the grand final rematch, and the game has already finished. In the Olympic, Wollongong finished 0-0. Turn there into a wall of Sydney FC players. A rare foray into the St. George half for Sydney FC, but Aaron touch once again, and a chance for the home team to break. We've got a run at the back post. Nice interception there by Monahan Vayeka. Reading down his neck, and then relieving free kick for St. George. Back underway. Of course, Jason Romero also left for St. George City last season, and his front line though, Grelos, Kamada and Lewis Curry have looked fantastic today. NFC could test them on the counter-attack, but that final touch, that final ball is let Sydney FC down all game so far. Almost an hour gone. St. George City in cruise control at the moment. Sydney FC needs something, a spark, just to get them back into the game. Here for Sydney FC. St. George will be away once again. They go to Spirit next week on a Saturday night, March 1st, the official end of summer. Now St. George bursting free. Dakota Askew's got acres of space. If they can find him, they can. Beautiful ball. Askew cuts in onto his left foot, and at least the second or third time this half that blocks preventing Kamada from having to make a save. And hour gone there or thereabouts to St. George City are going to make a change. It's going to be Gonzalo Agrelos coming off for Paulo Mitri, and great hour from the new signing in his first start. Gets his first goal for the club as well. As Paulo Mitri comes on. He is capable of magic as well. That's why he's wearing the number 10. He'll see out the last 30 minutes, but Hispanodakis has eased his Portuguese visa player into this first team. 15 minutes the opening game, 40 in the second. Starts him, he plays an hour tonight and rewards his manager's faith with a goal. Now it'll be Mitri. Could very easily walk in and start most teams in the NPL, and has started many times for St. George, but finds himself sitting behind the stacked St. George City front line, and chance for him to just give his manager something to think about in the last 30 minutes. See, can they give St. George something to think about? Set up a grandstand finish. They've had plenty of the ball this second half, but unable to produce anything to test Jack Kenny's goal. Evan Harbour's looked dangerous in the first half. They've done a good job, though, containing Sydney FC. On the attack here is Harbours. Trying to get around to Godoy and goes out for a goal kick. I want to talk about a tough run that I was talking about for St. George. They're away from home, so 3 of the first 4 games this season away from home, and then back here in a couple of weeks' time against Blacktown. Doesn't get any easier for Manny Hispanodakis' team. That's why 3 points here are crucial. Thankfully, after that start of 3 away games in their first 4, they get 3 home games in the next 4 after that. Just to even it out, and this is one of the most beautiful synthetic pitches to play on in New South Wales. So good you could eat your dinner off it. I tell you what, the barbecue is sizzling. You can smell it from here. Very cool ground to watch football. Highly recommend it if you're in the area. And as I said before, if you don't want to pay for admission, you can park up in the prime real estate and back your car up and watch from there, but those spots go quick. There's no surprise why, because the product on the pitch has been fantastic in the first 2 seasons, and they've played in top flight, and definitely in the first 60 minutes here. You've seen controlling the ball, that they need something, that killer pass, that perfect final touch has evaded them, and a very experienced back line of St. George City has been rock solid so far. They're looking to test them now. Rose. Bursting forward, got a little tug of the shirt by Cox, who has to be careful. Nice little 1-2 looking. Rose, and that one is just sent anywhere, nearly landed in the aquatic centre. Corner for Sydney FC. Not able to produce too much in terms of chances. You have a feeling that they were going to get a way back into this game. Maybe it will be a set piece. Chance to do it right now. Still plenty of time left in this game. Sydney FC looking for a way back into it. Corner is a good one. It goes over everyone though and bounces out for a goal kick. Too many set piece chances for the away team, but unable to make anything happen there. Kenny gets us back underway, and he is 25 minutes away from the first clean sheet of the season. He stays on his line. He looked like he was going to for a second there. Ends up making the right decision and sending that one away to Dakota Askew. George City would love that killer third goal just to put this game to bed. Get rid of any of those nightmares that they would be having from round one. As Sydney FC getting ready to make a double change. Askew. Lovely switch out wide to Kamada. See if he can make magic happen. Unable to that time. Isn't the best clearance though. It's still bouncing around to the edge of the box. Kamada just making himself a nuisance there and does really well. And St. George thought they won a corner and they did. Lovely work from the winger, Fumoto Kamada. No goal tonight, but he has been everywhere, wreaking havoc as he so often does. On that left-hand side, and Sydney FC going to have to wait to make that double change because they've got to defend this corner. St. George City take. Beautiful ball. Has it gone over the line? No, it hasn't. Falls though. It's taken a deflection and it has gone in. Sydney FC are throwing their hand up. It looked like it may have hit an offside player. There's a little bit of confusion here. Jacob Cowan is adamant that it's offside, and it is a goal. So St. George City get that third goal. Sydney FC do finally get to make that double change, but Sydney FC were adamant that it struck an offside player. After a little bit of a delay, the goal stands. And that could be the 3 points wrapped up with that third goal. Sydney FC to wait a while, but they did get to make that double change. They give Dakota Askew the goal. He gets his first goal for the club since making the move over from Apia. Oh, big tackle there from Monahan Vayeka, and I have a feeling, he just did not get a booking there, and Sydney FC play on. Sydney FC looking for a goal. St. George City will be wanting to keep that clean sheet, the first one season 2025 for them. FC did make that double change. It's Marin France and Zach Flower who've come on. Marin France, very exciting youngster. One of a host of them in this Sydney FC team. Unfortunately for them tonight on the NPL side, a few of them are missing, called up for the first team for their trip to Perth. And they've definitely missed Tyson McAllister, Utara Kalija, and of course Joe Lacey. 20 minutes to go here. St. George are heading to their first win unless the FC can pull off an Istanbul-like comeback. Dakota Askew edge to shoot. He's already got one. Can he get a second? No. Falls straight into the lap of Kremen Cowan, who is adamant. Have to watch it again, but did look like shot took a deflection. They were convinced that it was offside, but after a little bit of a delay, the goal was given, and we have our second yellow card. Minutes to go here. There's about 8 minutes to go over at Rockdale. Marconi has retaken the lead. They lead Rockdale by 2-1. Askew's just grown with confidence the longer this game has gone. Here he is on the ball once again. Low cross. The touch. Age is not over yet though. Kamada puts it back into the mixer. Has he looped the keeper? Yes, he has. Absolutely beautiful, and the cherry on top of a fantastic performance from him. He has wreaked havoc all game long. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot. He won't care. He'll say he meant it. And St. George City lead by 4-0. The second that left the boot, you knew Kremen Cowan was in trouble. Everyone in the crowd knew it as well. They have loved what they've seen from the home team. Moto Kamada gets the goal that he deserves. He has given Sydney FC headaches down that left-hand side all game. He gets a goal. Now I think it's fair to say the game is well and truly over. Just about to mention before that Alan Harbus was the player that got the yellow card a couple of minutes ago. Here is the fresh legs of Flower. That's been a theme of this game in the FC. Despite having a bit of the ball, just unable to create anything clear-cut. They've been shut down either by St. George's brick wall of a backline. Beautiful touch there by Dakota Askew, or their workhorse midfield. Lovely switch out to the goal scorer, Kamada. Glad I don't have to do the man of the match, because there's a few contenders. I'm standing next to the person that does. I'll tell you what, got his hands full. There's a few contenders. Kamada has been excellent. Lewis Curry, fantastic. You got Dakota Askew, great tackle. He's been a late bolter as well. 16 minutes, one of these players to run away with it. Home team getting ready to make a double change. Of course, these players did play midweek, finishing that round 2 game against Wollongong, so some weary legs. Challenger starting to fly in now, and George going to have to wait a couple more seconds to make that double change. Around Monaghan Vieca momentarily. Askew. It's been an assured performance from the 2 centre-backs. Grimaldi, all class, as we've come to expect. Lovely back heel from Curry. Beautiful touch from Cox. Gets away from the defender. Can he find the St. George player? Lovely turn. Dom Cox. Oh, he deserved the goal. It was a good low save by Kremen Cowan at his near post. And that was just beautiful football all round. The back heel. The touch. And then the turn, and nice low save, but it is out for a corner. St. George City take. They managed to get their head on it. It ricochets off the post, and I think it hit a Sydney FC player as well. St. George run away and celebrate. And it is 5. Godoy ran away celebrating. I don't know if that'll go down as an own goal. Free header. It hit the post, and it hit the poor old Sydney FC player marking that post. And it is turning into a demolition job here. D. Godoy, if they do end up giving him that goal, that's goal number 2 of the season. He scored in round 1. He now has the 5th. FC up, making a bright start to this game. 5-0 is very harsh. Since going 1-0 up, it's been all St. George City. There's a slice of misfortune as well for the away team. That 5th goal. Let's go to Askews as well. There were big shouts of offside. But it has been all the home team, and they're going to get win number 1 of the season and just get back on track. I know it's only 2 games in, but important that they picked up 3 points here in their 3rd attempt after the nature of those first 2 games, and a team that's going to be contending for finals. You have a feeling just like they were last season. Big win here tonight. Football, it might fall, it's hit the post. It's Paulo Mitri. The super sub nearly had a goal in St. George City's 6th. The home team did make a double change. Monahan, Bayeka made way. Noah Ovens and Nathan Roberts came on as well. Nathan Roberts shows you how stacked this St. George team is to have a player as experienced as him sitting on your bench. So players like Paulo Mitri as well. This team is locked and loaded and ready for a finals run. $11 minutes to go here. All St. George City. A lead by 5-0. Hit the post. 30 seconds ago, thanks to that man, Paulo Mitri. Not only would they love the performance and the scoreline, they'd love the fact that all these new signings have starred tonight. Nathan Roberts unable to find McNulty. He hasn't scored, but did set up the second. Looking up with his other visa player, Gonzalo Agrelos. Code ask you, Agrelos. New signings getting their first goal for the club. Luis Curry as well. It's been a rough day for him. He's seen on the receiving end of a screamer from Lewis Curry, a loop from Kamada, a deflection. Players getting tangled up there and turning. They might still get it across in here. A rare half chance. Sydney FC, and Kenny, no rush to get up to his feet and get us back underway. Sydney FC will put this in their rear view. Had a positive start before this. Of course, they picked up their first win last season, were very good and led in round one, but depleted. And second best tonight. They've got a few big games coming up. They're at home against Manly, and then they go back to back against the two Italo-Australian powerhouses. They're away at Apia and then at home against Marconi. Home team make their final two changes. Give a little early mark to a couple of players. Of course, had to play midweek as well. Jesse Foti makes his way onto the field, as does Matt Warby. Manny Spanadakis giving an early mark. I would call it an early shower, but the bench is on the opposite side to the change room, so I don't think there'll be any early showering going on. I've got to ask you, it's the last 10 minutes off. He's been superb tonight. Bursting forward, looking for six. Able to find Roberts. Curry will play the full 90, and he has been brilliant from minute one. He got the game rolling for the home team with an absolute screamer, and it's been all the home team since then. Mark McNulty, the other player, taken off. Great performance from him. What a pickup. A player with such experience, playing for some big clubs in England. Scott spent some time at Sheffield United, Hibernian, Sunderland and Coventry. No goal for him tonight, but still influential, setting up the second. St George City back at home for the first time in 2025. It has definitely been a happy homecoming for them. 7 minutes to go. I think what Manny Spanadakis will love most, seeing his new signings gel, but conceding 5 goals in the opening 2 games. Clean sheet. Put a big smile on his face. 6.5 minutes away from preserving that. These games don't get any easier for Sydney FC, as I said, and I have a feeling that with the games coming thick and fast in Australia and Asia for the A-League team, Sydney FC team's going to be depleted once again in the future. A chance for St George City to grab their 6th. Coming back and saving the day there. Falls back to Jesse Foti. Roberts. His fresh legs. Nearly winning his team corner. It's out for a throw. Substitutes looking to get in on the action here. Paulo Nitri hitting the post. Grimaldi. All class from the big centre back once again. great bruising performance from his centre-back partner. And Viaco's taken off. Given an early mark, as were 4 other players. Here is his replacement, Ovens. Nice football. Warby trying to find some space to get across in. He manages to, and wins his team another corner. Which they'll be in no rush to take. Chance for St. George City to add a 6th. It's been a perfect homecoming. Chance to hit it. Gets that one well over the bar, and it looks like it's been stuck in the tree. Everything audacious has come off for St. George City, but not that time. It's full time in the grand final rematch, and Marconi inflicting more pain on Rockdale. Rockdale were at home, but they were unable to get revenge. Marconi with a huge win there. What I've been told was a very feisty game. It's a game between 2 massive clubs in New South Wales, always is. Marconi doing what they did in the grand final and getting a win over Rockdale. That game finished 2-1. St. George City led 2-0 at halftime. And they've scored goals in bunches in this game. They went 3-0 up. Slightly controversial goal. Nothing controversial about Kamada's 4th goal. And Coyote Godoy managed to get a 5th. Very fortuitously or unlucky, depending on which side of the fence you sit. It's been one of those games for Sydney FC. Very depleted Sydney FC, but they'll be back. Perfect performance from St. George City, and they have a chance to add another here. Nice defending there. Bursting forward, a little bit of space, and St. George haven't taken their foot off the gas at all. Free kick here for Sydney FC. We'll be hoping they can get a couple players back and take on Manly next Sunday. George City get win number 1 though in season 2025. Can they preserve the clean sheet? Gonna have to defend this free kick. It's loaded to the back post. Big shouts of away, and Coyote Godoy does exactly that. Too long to go now. St. George City can put a weird week behind them where they had to play one game over a couple nights. Ended up copping a heavy defeat at Wollongong, but they're back home, back on track. Stop that one from going out for a corner, but it will be a Sydney FC throw, and they did produce a couple half chances in the first half. Nothing though in this first half. It's been all the home team. Sydney FC back at home against Manly next Sunday, and next Saturday City are away again they take on Spirit. 3 added minutes here at Penshurst Park, and it has been all St. George City. They are 3 minutes away from win number 1 and clean sheet number 1 of the season. 5 different goal scorers as well. Lewis Curry got it started with a screamer. Gonzalo Agrelos in his first start scored the second shortly after. It was 2-0 at halftime, and Sydney FC were going to get away back into this game. They needed a goal. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to find it. Dakota Askew got his first goal of the season, which effectively put the game to bed, and Kamada made it 4. Getting the reward for a fantastic performance. I have a feeling he could be the man of the match. Just been told he is. Getting the 3 points, and he absolutely deserves it. And KOD Godoy, header off the post and then off a Sydney FC player. Got the cherry on top of this game and just summed up this night for the away team. I knew it was going to be tough when 3 of their most influential players were taken to Perth. The A-League men's team, and it's always going to be a tough ask. And St. George City's flexed their muscles today and shown why. A lot of people, myself included, think they will be playing finals football in 2025. Chance for 6. Here's Foti. Dancing and weaving around the edge of the box. A little half shouted a penalty there. Danaskos waved it away straight away. A minute to go. A big game next week for St. George City. Seeing their backline going up against Yu Akubo, who was a handful for Blacktown. That'll be a battle, seeing him go up against Grimaldi and Monahan Vayeka. The latter getting a little bit of an early mark from his manager, Manny Spanadakos. "15 seconds to go here, Ken." Sydney FC gets something out of this game. It has been all St. George City for a majority of it. That is that. A 5-star performance from the home team, who smacked Sydney FC to the tune of 5-0. 5 different goal scorers. St. George City, in their first home game of the season, get their first win of the season, and they also get the bonus of a first clean sheet of the season as well. All St. George City, they're back on track with win number 1 of the season. And a heavily depleted Sydney FC team with players away in Perth with the A-League team will no doubt be back in season 2025. But it was all the home team tonight. My name is Adamo Denegris, and on behalf of everyone at Football New South Wales, have a lovely night.